Imagine this. You're paddling a quiet Alaskan lake at dawn, the air crisp, the water like glass. Suddenly, the surface erupts. Not a fish, not a beaver, but 1,000 pounds of soaking wet moose surfacing just 10 feet away. Its ears are pinned flat, nostrils flaring like twin bellows, and its eyes are fixed on you. You freeze. Every instinct screams. One wrong twitch right now could turn what should be a bucket list moment into an ER visit, or frankly, something far, far worse. It's a primal encounter, one that demands respect and a very specific kind of knowledge. If you enjoy learning with us, please subscribe and support for more educational videos. Every summer, folks just like us, hikers, photographers, and paddlers, find themselves in terrifying situations, sometimes even getting seriously hurt by moose they never saw coming. Why? Because a moose in the water often looks incredibly calm, almost serene, right up until it isn't. They're cooling off, yes, but that doesn't mean they're friendly. In the next few minutes, we're going to unravel the mystery of the bathing moose. You'll learn the 3 instant, undeniable red flag moves that scream a bathing moose is about to go full freight train, the exact non-negotiable distance that keeps you alive, and the single biggest, most dangerous mistake dog owners make at the shoreline. Miss any of these crucial insights, and you really do risk becoming the next unfortunate headline. Stay with me. This is vital. Let's get real. Moose don't sweat, not like we do anyway. So, when those summer temperatures in places like Alaska climb, reaching into the 70s or even 80s, these colossal animals desperately need a way to cool down. Their massive bodies, which are fantastic for retaining heat in brutal winters, become huge heat traps in the summer. That's why they instinctively head for ponds, lakes, and wetlands. They'll flop down, submerge themselves, and use the cool water to pump heat out of their system, primarily through rapid breathing. We're talking up to 60 breaths a minute, exhaling air significantly warmer than the surrounding environment. Think of it. That huge metabolic furnace inside them is working overtime, and it keeps them perpetually on edge, often quite cranky. Add to that the relentless clouds of biting flies and mosquitoes, and you've got a giant, itchy, overheated animal that already wants the world to back off. But water isn't just a cooling station, it's also a power booster for them. Moose are surprisingly agile and incredibly strong in the water. They can swim at speeds of up to 6 miles an hour, which is faster than many people can run, and they can kick powerfully in every direction. And they can close a 25-yard gap before you even finish yelling, "Nice rack," or whatever startled phrase comes to mind. So respect starts and often ends with distance. We're talking a minimum of 100 yards. If there are calves present, make that even farther. A good rule of thumb: if you can't completely cover the entire moose with your thumb held at arm's length, you are absolutely, unequivocally too close. That's not a suggestion, it's a survival guideline. Alright, so you've spotted a moose. You're keeping your distance, but what if it starts to get agitated? There are 3 distinct instant red flags you need to recognize immediately. The very first sign, those ears flattened backward, pressed against its head, almost like airplane wings pulled back for speed. That's not a sign of relaxation. It tells you the moose is locking on, focusing its attention and getting ready for action. It's assessing you as a potential threat. Second, watch for the hackles to rise along its shoulders. This makes that distinctive hump look even taller and more imposing. It's a clear display of dominance and aggression, an animal trying to appear bigger and more intimidating. Think of a dog bristling its fur. Same principle, just on a much, much larger scale. And third, pay close attention to its mouth. Lip licking or snorting. A moose licking its lips isn't being polite. It's often a sign of stress or agitation, sometimes even preparing to charge. Snorting, especially, is an unambiguous warning. Put all 3 of those together, flattened ears, raised hackles, and lip licking or snorting. And you have roughly 2 precious seconds, maybe less, to create a solid, substantial object between you and the moose. We're talking a big boulder, a sturdy tree, a parked vehicle, anything bigger and stronger than your own rib cage. Remember, whether it's a bluff charge or the real deal, the moose decides, not you. As you back away, always stay facing the animal. Speak calmly in a low voice so it knows you're human, not a predator like a wolf, and for heaven's sake, never, ever run in a straight line. Moose chase motion, not scent, and they are surprisingly fast and agile. Your best bet is to put an obstacle between you and them, or if you must run, do it in a zigzag pattern, breaking their line of sight. This one is huge, and it's a mistake we see far too often. Biologists have traced over half of all moose attacks directly back to off-leash dogs. Why? Because to a moose, your beloved Fido isn't a cute family pet, it's a wolf. An instinct tells a moose to stomp first and ask questions later. Wolves are a primary predator of moose, especially calves, and a moose's defensive response to a perceived wolf threat is immediate and devastating. Even if your dog is just curious or playful, its barking or running towards a moose can trigger that ancient predator-prey response. The moose doesn't differentiate between a playful nip and a deadly attack. If that dog, suddenly terrified, bolts back to you for protection, guess what? The moose follows right into your lap, bringing its 1,000 pounds of fury directly to your position. This is why it's absolutely critical to keep dogs leashed and quiet in moose country. If, despite your best efforts, a moose charges and your dog is on a leash, you need to make a tough call. Unleash the dog. It sounds counterintuitive, but your dog, with its greater speed and agility, will likely outrun the moose and become a separate target, preventing you from becoming the collateral damage. It's a heartbreaking choice, but it's often the one that saves human lives. So the next time you spot a majestic moose splashing and cooling off in a pond, remember these crucial takeaways. Those flat ears, the raised hackles, and that ominous lip-licking or snorting, those aren't just quirks. They're clear, unmistakable signals that mean one thing. Back away and do it now. Keep a football field's length between you and the animal minimum. Leash your dog, or better yet, leave Fido at home if you're heading into prime moose territory. And always, always carry bear spray, knowing how and when to deploy it. Share this video, share this information with that friend who still thinks moose are just gentle, oversized forest cows. Because the only thing softer than their soulful eyes is your skull if you choose to ignore these fundamental rules of engagement. Stay smart, stay safe, and I'll see you out there on the trail at a respectful distance from anything that weighs more than a motorcycle and has knives growing out of its head.